What is going on, Outlaws? Once again, Michael or Legacy KillGD back with another Red Dead Redemption 2 video for you, and Rockstar Games, as predicted, did show off the second trailer, a more official trailer which showed off a lot of the story of Red Dead Redemption 2, and there was a lot within this trailer, and today we are going to be breaking it down, going through a lot of the things that were shown. So nonetheless, let's begin. So the opening shot, we can see just an amazing view of the open world, but it also shows, it looks like Arthur Morgan, who is the protagonist of the game, at least one of them that's confirmed so far, and what we see is him putting out a campfire, and then it progresses to a shot of him looking over just a beautiful view. We can see a mountain in the distance, we see a forest in front of him, just a really great shot of him riding through the west.
You got some money for me, boy? I've seen your name in our ledger.
And here we see Arthur Morgan interacting with someone he may know. He mentions that he's in a ledger, maybe meaning he's wanted and on the run, which would also explain why he's camped out on a mountain. This mysterious person also appears to have some arrows laying behind him alongside some of his other belongings. I will say Arthur seems a lot more assertive and threatening than what John Marston was. John felt like honestly a good guy, Arthur not so much, which I think is a good change for Red Dead Redemption 2's story. This next scene just shows the vast and beautiful world of Red Dead Redemption 2 as we can see Arthur traveling on the mountain. This also really reminds me of Red Dead Redemption and how amazing it was to look at the west from a distance. Just a really great shot.
You're a wanted man, Mr. Morgan.
Now we next find out Arthur is wanted, and we also get another look at the town we previously saw in a screenshot when the game was delayed in May. We're able to see a hotel called Smithfield's, a drugstore, sheriff's office, and some other stores.
Maybe when your mother's finished mourning your father, I'll keep her in black on your behalf.
As I said earlier, Arthur is a very different man than John Marston. We can see him threatening this guy, and we also get a phenomenal look at the facial animations, just extremely impressive with what they're doing with their engine. This is also being Rockstar's first game made for the current generation of consoles, so it really just is telling the improvements that they have made. Now we have the logo of Red Dead Redemption 2, nothing crazy, but we can see some changes as now it has Roman numerals for the 2. And this does appear to be a train heist with Arthur standing in front of the train on top of something. We also have some mysterious outlaws in the trees. None of them appear to be characters from Red Dead Redemption or characters that we have seen before. At least with their faces covered, we really can't tell.
We got lawmen in 3 different states after us.
And the following scene seems to be the outcome from the previous one where Arthur was in front of a train. We can see in the background that he had a stagecoach blocking the tracks, but we also see silhouettes of some other characters, one looking very much like Bill Williamson. Arthur also does mention that they are on the run, and then he proceeds to say this.
Chased us from the west, they chased us over the mountains.
Which is really interesting because he points out that they have been chased from the west and the mountains, but doesn't specifically mention the east, which obviously that leaked world map showcased. And this is our first look at a bank robbery, and it shows how terrifying of an individual Arthur's character is. While this small glimpse does confirm we will see some Native American involvement within the story, although still that is unclear as how much.
This place ain't no such thing as civilized.
And first we get a look at Arthur and someone running away from something and jumping on a moving train. Then we get a shot of Arthur holding up someone at a train station. If you look closely, there also appears to be a general store behind that train. But the most important part of this scene is Dutch van der Linde's appearance, confirming the game is in fact a prequel. And as we hear Dutch's voiceover, he says, "This place ain't no such thing as civilized." He does look like he's also holding up someone. These next 3 shots, first we see a fight breaking out between Arthur and some redhead guy. Maybe he's someone who's pictured from this screenshot. But this town also appears to be something we have not seen yet. We can see a barber shop to the left, and I think a hotel to the right. Not much needs to be said about the crocodile scene, but I really do like that this is a living world and how improved it is from Red Dead Redemption, which I believe was already ahead of its time. But our last shot here is Arthur leading the way to a house within a bayou, which again goes along with that leaked map of Red Dead Redemption 2, which honestly at this point does appear to be the real deal. And yes, something I wished was in Red Dead Redemption is finally coming to Red Dead Redemption 2, and that is a crossbow. But the shot that follows is also an amazing look at a vicious grizzly bear.
You're the only one of these fools that I trust.
And this is, I believe, our second look at the female outlaw that was shown at the end of Red Dead Redemption 2's first trailer, and she does appear to be a badass. And I know some people have been saying that it could be Abigail Marston, but I think this is a completely different character. But you really have to admire the detail, the guy whose hand just got stabbed. It just really expresses the emotions that someone would have if you're getting your hand stabbed. And following that, she also does mention that she only trusts Arthur, and there probably will be a very strong connection between the two of them within the story. Now, the next couple of scenes show Arthur doing various things, such as helping the man who's about to fall off a train, which goes back to a scene that we saw earlier in this trailer. Then we see Arthur lasso a horse, and the last few shots are just him being a true badass outlaw.
You have my back.
Always, Dutch.
And now our final few shots show Dutch Vanderlyn and Arthur talking, Dutch asking if Arthur has his back, and Arthur obviously saying always. And then it shows a burning house, which could be a mansion, which kind of goes back to Red Dead Redemption. Because I remember John Marston said that when he was with the gang, it started out with them robbing from the rich, and they gave to the poor. And this very much could be an example of what John was talking about. But the final shot has Arthur shooting someone with, again, the spring 2018 release date, which we unfortunately still don't have an actual set date. Either way, this was a great trailer showing what Red Dead Redemption 2 story will be about. The official description of this game is also included, with this trailer saying the following: the story of outlaw Arthur Morgan and the Vanderlyn gang as they rob, fight, and steal their way across the vast and rugged heart of America, coming spring 2018 to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One systems. But unfortunately, we did not get a look at John Marston or Bill Williamson. I'm guessing that's something that they're going to showcase later on, but this trailer did show a lot of stuff, and Arthur Morgan seems like a very interesting character, and as it does look, it could be one protagonist, but I'm not really sure so far. Rockstar's always been known for their misdirection, so I'm guessing that's something that we'll find out later on. But let me know what you guys think about the trailer in the comment section below. Let me know if you found something that I didn't include within this trailer breakdown. But I'm excited for Red Dead Redemption 2, and I'm guessing that we're going to have a lot more stuff to break down soon, so make sure to consider subscribing. As I said before, a lot of Red Dead Redemption 2 to come, and remember, outlaws to the end.